This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is HomeTalkUSA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world as Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome, America. That's right. This is the Invent America show with my sidekick and co-host, the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton, part of the Home Talk USA radio family. Each week, every week at 4 o'clock Central Time here on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com is when we kind of like specifically talk about new inventions, new technology, new blueprints to, if you have that next great idea, to give you some exposure. I mean, why wait? Why wait till the product is already being developed when we can discuss the product and the technology, why it's being developed, not already developed, if that makes sense. And to talk about that, I'd like to bring in my co-host, my sidekick. They call her the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. Rita, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Well, I tell you what, I love our little talks on the week, and it's getting close for what is it, the ADA show coming up?
Yeah, ASD Market Week will be. We leave in 2 weeks to go to the show, and so we have just been adding inventors. If you're out there and you want to go, if you can't go and you want your product to go, we're taking a bunch of products where I have staff that represents them, and so it's so important to have eyes on products and the touch and the feel and the trying it. And we've got one inventor who's going, and she's like, I don't have the best prototype, but she needs feedback. She needs to know whether or not she should go after, or if somebody's got a really cool idea to improve it, and she wants to know, and that's what we do.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I'm excited, and it's a new show for us and new show for me, and we just ran across this show, so we'll see what happens. But, Rita, a lot going on, but one of the main concerns that I've always heard over the years, which I can remember, I want to say 20 years ago when I first started this show, when there was a mass exodus of companies going to China. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself then, what are you guys doing? Because China does not play on our same rules.
No.
Copyright infringement. They steal technology. And I say, what's going to happen? These stupid CEOs, and yes, I'm calling you stupid if you're out there, because you are stupid. And a lot of you already bankrupt your companies because they already stole your technology. But you guys went over to China and gave them the technology. Just gave it to them. A communist country gave it to them. And I knew that's going to be a problem. Well, now you have all these knockoffs all over the place. And by saying that opens up this topic that we're going to talk about. The fear of someone copying your product. Well, that was one fear right there.
There it is, and it's a big one. All right, so what do you do? I mean, do you just always keep your product, hidden under your basket, or do you show it off and get out there? And so there's certain things inventors can do, all right, that will, minimize this, or at least give them a fighting chance. And so those are the things that we're going to talk about today. And we had a product. Now, I know we've had Michael Miller on several times. He's not our industry expert today, although he certainly could have been. We licensed a product to him through Danco that was going to be on all the Home Depot store shelves. And before the ink was even dry on the contract, another major big box store had knocked it off. And it was the licensee that went after him and shut him down.
Yeah.
And got the product pulled. So for inventors that say, oh, I just want to grow organically and do it, well,
no,
then they're going to eat you, basically.
That's right. Yep.
And so what we look at is, a licensee, they're going to fight that battle, and they normally have much deeper pockets than you do. But now that's why intellectual property is so important. And one of the things that we frequently recommend, and we have on our show before, is, when possible, file that PCT, because we've had products, and it was one of the other products that we had done a long time ago. The company called, and the first gentleman was having them manufactured in China, all right, and she had filed a PCT, so she had filed in China. And when we moved that product over to the licensee, to a new company that was making them in China, the old company actually called and said, hey, there's another company making this. Is that okay? And we said, yes, we've licensed it. So we moved it over. But when you file in China, they will enforce it in China. When you file in the U.S., they will not enforce it in China. So you've got to be really strategic in what you're thinking about as far as licensing and who's going to fight that battle.
Well, that's what I always said, at the end of the day. I can remember, though, Rita, and I need to tell you, and that's why we started Made with the USA, Made in America, because, a lot of jobs were lost and factories are closing down. And you can see now, people are starting to come back. But at the end of the day, what happened is that when we were doing the trade shows, I can remember having the China guests that of the exhibitors. And, and it's an international building show. It's international, I understand. But at the end of the day, I would not allow any cameras or pictures being taken with my clients or my technologies, because that's what they were doing. They were coming in with cameras, just taking pictures.
Yep.
I know. Why would this to happen? What do you think they're doing? They're going back to steal it.
We actually have somebody we call our bouncer that goes to the show with us, and if you notice something like that, we've got a code word that gets the bouncer over there to take care of things that we see going on that shouldn't be. But yeah, you've got to watch it, and I'll get inventors that say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to expose myself. Well, you've got to say, all right, well, you want to get your product out there. Yeah. So at a certain point, you pull on your big boy pants and you get out there. The thing is that, yes, if you only file in the U.S., anybody can copy it and make it and sell it all over the world.
That's right.
The only place it's protected is in the U.S. Now, if you've got somebody that knows what they're doing, you can get it stopped at customs before it comes in.
Yep.
That's a fight. But our industry expert had a really interesting strategy, and I'm not going to take his thunder, but he did fight it, and he did do a really good job of fighting.
Rita, there's the music. We got to step away. We got to take a short break. This is the Invent America Show here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, streaming live on the Genesis Communication Radio Network, which is our network. We're going to come back with some guests, some topics, some inventors. Me and Rita will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Yay! Y'all come back now, you hear?
Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being with us. I am the co-host part, Rita Crompton, and we have our next guest, Darrell Swink. He is the inventor of the ice Grillbrush, and this was a day for Denver, Darrell, because Jenny is from the Denver area as well. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
So you invented the ice Grillbrush mainly because you own a fireplace and barbecue company, and when you would go out and do repairs and see this, you figured, okay, there has got to be a better way to clean this stuff, and it makes a difference how you clean it, how long it's going to last. And so, tell everybody, why is the ice Grillbrush a better cleaning tool for your grill?
Well, the way I designed it is you use ice. You put ice in the holder, and you basically, when you use it on a hot grill, it melts down through to help clean and sanitize the grill grate. And a lot of people use cleaners and stuff, but, you don't really know if that's going to get in your food or not. So this way here, it kind of uses a natural water to steam clean your grill. So.
I think that's fascinating. And you are going to be at ASD Market Week with us, and you've been selling inventory now for a couple of years. How do you watch out for the copycats? I mean, that's what I hear so often from inventors is it's like, I'm so worried about being copied, or I can't show it yet because my patent hasn't issued. You can waste really precious time by waiting too long to get the product out there. So how do you deal with that issue?
Well, I don't worry about it. There is one company that kind of started using the ice Grillbrush name that I've been using, but one of the good things is when you look for their product, my product pops up as well. So it actually kind of helps me sell my product as well. But you're really not going to be able to stop everybody from copycatting and doing something. You just have to go out there and just take as much of it as you can, really. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, and that's a healthy way of looking at it. Is that some people they laugh and they tell me it's like being copied is a sense of praise because you've got something that somebody else wants, and when you've only patented it in the U.S., you can stop it from coming in to a certain point. But then you've got the online and the e-commerce, and it's tough to be out there. You spend more time beating everybody up than you do trying to just sell your own product.
Correct. And then when they're looking for their product, and my product happens to come up as well, so, maybe they end up buying my product over theirs because, they see it's a better quality. So that kind of works in my favor sometimes, I guess.
Absolutely.
If you have a good product and it's a good quality, I think people are going to steer towards yours. So.
I agree with you. And like I was saying to Jenny, it's like, there's two things that will encourage someone to rip you off. That, either your price is too high or you can't fill orders. We can now add a third piece to that. It's like yours is a better quality. Yours is a better product.
Correct, yes. And a lot of times people will notice that. They're going to notice that, I can see your product might be a little more expensive, but if it's a better product, a better quality, then I'm not going to have to buy it as often. So.
Right. It's going to last long. And honestly, if you look down the store shelves, you are going to see a dozen flashlights. And the consumer then is going to pick that one that's nuanced to what they need. And the same thing with different products.
Correct, so, yes.
Yeah, we look at how it fits in our hand, how long it lasts, what's it made of.
Exactly. And people are willing to buy quality if they know it's going to last quite a bit longer. So that's kind of where we come in.
Exactly. And so what advice do you have for our listeners out there as far as getting a new product into the marketplace?
Well, I think with what I did was I experimented with a few things, and I took it to the customer, and the customer said, "Oh, that's cool. Do you have any more?" And I said, "No, this is a prototype." And then they said, "Well, I like that one." So once I decided that it worked, people wanted it, I went ahead and had them made and just jumped right in. I didn't wait for anything else. I just jumped in. And, you make 50 or 100 of them, and if you sell them, then you know it's going to go. That's kind of how I looked at it. I didn't wait for anybody to say, "Oh, you're crazy, you're doing all this stuff." I showed it to the customer, and the customer liked it, and my family liked it, so they said, "I'll buy it if you make it." So I made it, and now I'm selling it. So
that's excellent. Yeah. You were one of the products that ASD Market Week picked to show in their big display cases. Congratulations on that. They asked me to send them, about a dozen different products, and you were one of three that were picked to be out there and in the different display cases. So that's wonderful. And then we are going to be doing the Innovation Awards out there where all of the attendees can come by and vote on the product that they think is the best new product. So I want to wish you all the luck in the world.
Excited, yeah. I did win at a national fireplace show in Nashville. I did win an award down there. So, and actually in Atlanta as well. So I did win an award down there for a barbecue show. So
congratulations! Yeah, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So how long have you been selling, Darrell?
Oh gosh, it's probably been probably over 5 years, 4 to 5 years now. So it's been going pretty well. I mean, I don't sell millions, but I sell hundreds of them. So
good for you. So, and where is your product made?
The product, I just got a new updated one. It's made right here in Colorado in the U.S. of A. So it's made locally. So
you are one of the made in the U.S. products.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That is wonderful. So we are so excited to have you going with us to the show, and I look forward to, I've had you at a show before, so I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And right now, we do need to exit and pay some bills, but I'm going to be back with our industry experts. So everyone, stick with us, and we've got somebody who's been there, done that, and got copied. Stick with us. Thanks, Darrell.
Thank you.